Hello, I'm going to do an energy reading on what do I need to focus on today. This is for all signs and for anyone who is drawn to hear this message. What do you need to focus on today? The Fool, Justice, all right. So we have the Fool, Justice, and the Two of Pentacles. You need to focus on taking a leap of faith about doing something that you've been wanting to, something that is important to you. I feel like it has to do with business. I feel like it's something that you've been going back and forth with. You've been going up and down. I feel like you kind of put a little bit of effort into something and then all of a sudden you step away from it. That you start to do it and then you step away. You start to put effort into it, and then if something else, it's almost like you're being distracted, like you're distracted by other things, and so then you lose interest in it. Could be a Libra. For some reason, Libra is sticking out for me. A lot of ups and downs I'm feeling. Sometimes you have to just take a chance and do something, because it's almost like you get more frustrated because you're not doing anything about it. All right, so I saw two cards here. I saw the Sun card and then I saw this card. You're not listening to your inner voice, and I feel like your inner voice is giving you the directions for your happiness, and it's giving you that direction on what it is that you need to do. You need to be more in tune with yourself. I feel like being more in tune with yourself brings you happiness. It brings you that brightness. It brings you that excitement. I feel like you're having those feelings inside, but you're just not listening to it. The Knight of Swords. You're not taking actions on it. It's almost like sometimes when we think about things that we want to do, we're like, yeah, you know, I'd really like to do this, or I'd really like to try that, or I'd really like to, you know, do this thing. But it's like, yeah, I'm not going to do anything about it, though. Like, you'll think about it, and maybe you'll even write it down, and you even set a plan for it. Be like, yeah, I just can't take that step to actually make it happen. Why can't you make it happen? Why can't you make it happen is because it's almost like I feel like there's something else that's holding you back. There's a partnership. I almost feel like it's a fear of that connection. There's some, maybe losing that connection, this partnership. It's almost like you have to close one door first before you can open up another door, but it's almost like you don't want to close it, you don't want to end it. This partnership you keep going back and forth with, or there's somebody around you that you keep arguing with and you keep fighting with and you keep going back and forth with. I feel like sometimes it's like you want to focus on it, and then sometimes it's like you want to walk away from it, or this partnership is just causing a lot of arguments. It's causing a lot of disagreements. A lot of frustrations. Why is it causing frustrations? Because I feel like your directions that you want to go with this person are different. I feel like you want to go one way and the other person wants to go another way. Like you're both not on the same path. You're both not seeing things. Whether this is a partnership in business, or it's a partnership with a person, or it's a friendship, or it's a family member, I feel like it's because you want to go one way and the other person wants to go another way. And that's why it's not working out. And it's almost like you're getting so caught up in this frustration that it's almost like sometimes we just want to give in because we don't want to deal with it. What is this Two of Pentacles here? Ups and downs, back and forth. back and forth with what makes you happy and what brings you excitement, and having that stability. Back and forth with a job. I feel like there's a job that you feel, or a direction or a career that you want to pursue and that it makes you happy, but I feel like you can't figure it out. Between this and that, you can't figure those two things out. Maybe it's leaving a job that you've been with for a really long time. And it's like, oh, I don't want to leave the job because it's going to be so much. Or maybe it's moving. You know, it's like, oh, if I move, I have to change my name and my address and my doctors and my, you know, there's so much that comes along with it. And it's like, you think of these things and you want this new beginning and you want these starts, but it's like, are you ready? You're not really ready. You feel like it's so overwhelming that you're not even doing anything, or you're not having that support from a partner. Like, you're not having that with that person. I want to look at the Six of Swords again. What is it with the Six of Swords? Queen of Swords. Trying to find that resolution that's going to work where everybody comes out happy. And maybe that's what you haven't been able to come up with. And yeah, like that becomes frustrating because it's like, I'm trying to make everybody happy. But you know what? Sometimes that just can't happen. What is this Ten of Cups here? For some reason I'm looking at the Ten of Cups. Seeing it towards the future. I almost feel like your Ten of Cups has changed as what it was before, but now you have a new Ten of Cups. But I almost feel like maybe you're losing sight of it. It seems so far in the distance. It seems so far in the distance that maybe that's why you're losing hope. Is because it seems so far in the distance. And you're like, I just feel like I'm never going to get there. What is this World card here? Take a break. Step away from it. Sometimes we need to step away from a situation in order to gain clarity. Because we get so caught up in it. We get so overwhelmed with it. I almost feel like in order to get clarity, you need to step away. You need to take a break from it. It's become too consuming for you. I almost feel like there's a lot of frustration because things aren't happening. So you need to step away from it. Let me go back to this High Priestess and the Sun card. Trying to make a decision. What do you do? Do you listen to yourself? Have you listened to yourself in the past? Have you not listened to yourself? And where has that ended you up, right? What's the best? What do you feel is the best result for you? What do you feel that emotional fulfillment where your cup is overflowing? I feel like you need to look at, right? To look at what's going to make you happy. What brings you that fulfillment? I almost feel like you haven't been doing that lately because you've almost been stuck in this energy here, and there's this frustration about this Ten of Cups, and it seems too distant. It seems too far in the future, and this Ace of Pentacles, it's so far away. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't even want to try because I can't even see it anymore. So you're not taking actions on something. You're not taking actions on something and you're becoming too overwhelmed by it. But I feel like if you step away and you think about, okay, if I don't do this, what is going to happen? If I do this, what is this going to happen? But I feel like the key also here is the Ace of Cups. These two cards here, I feel, is the key of this reading, is the taking a break and what brings you emotional fulfillment. Sometimes we don't put ourselves in the equation and we're always trying to do all of these other things. And we're not putting ourselves in the equation and we're leaving our happiness out of it. But it's time for you to focus on this happiness. It's time for you to decide what brings you emotional fulfillment and get in touch with that inner voice, and that almost will give us that direction and that guidance and that motivation. Yeah, sometimes, you know, things, it's like it can be a battle, but it's worth battling for. It's worth figuring it out. And it's like, it's a challenge to see how badly you want something. You want this World card, right? That you want this Ten of Cups card. It's going to be a test and a challenge to see how badly that you want it. And you want this Ace of Cups. I feel that there's definitely some new beginnings and some new starts here. I feel like you've kind of given up on some things, but I feel that you want to have the motivation to keep moving forward because it's on your mind. Bottom of the deck is Three of Swords. Don't get caught up in Three of Swords. Don't get caught up in disappointment. Don't let yourself down. Fight for you. Fight for what you want. Fight for your Ace of Cups. Yeah, there's been disappointments in life. There's been things that have let you down before. There's been things that have been frustration. There may be people that are trying to hold you back because they don't want you to achieve and to move forward. Sometimes people are like that. They're frustrated with themselves because they're not doing anything and they don't want to see anybody else move forward. So they want to hold other people that are around them back. Don't get caught up in disappointment and negativity and let that stop you. I feel like you're more motivated now. I feel like you're going to put the effort into it. Just take a break from it, right? Just take a break from it. Sometimes if we step away and we take a break from it, and that gives us that opportunity to kind of see things from a different light, and then gives us those answers in the direction that we need to go in. All right, so let's grab a Whispers of Healing. We have self-love. How perfect is that? Because that's basically what this reading is about, is self-love, right? And that goes here with this Ace of Cups is self-love and doing those things that make you happy. It's not I don't feel that it's selfish, because if it's making you happy and it's giving you that excitement and it's giving you that motivation, that energy is spreading to the people that are around you, and everybody gets to enjoy that. And life is too short. Time goes by too quickly to get caught up in this Five of Wands and this almost like thinking that things are too far away and giving up on things, that you have to fight for those things. And you have to take the actions to make them happen and not put that onto somebody else, but to do that. You have to take the actions. And when you have those rewards of the Ace of Cups and the Ten of Cups and the World card, that you appreciate them so much more, is because you've made the effort. You've fought for it. You've pushed yourself in that direction. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I'll see you next time.